So we can start now.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Sincere thanks to agriinformation.com. In fact, I just got the message and why I accepted this topic was in the morning I had a webinar on the same topic. It was creating business opportunities for women and it was a webinar of manage, and then I said, why not we speak about this in a slightly different context. So now today's webinar questions are going to be 2-3-fold. See, whether the gender and sex are same, no. See, somebody is born as a woman, somebody is born as a man, that is by the birth. But the gender is the roles assigned by the society that, okay, woman will do cooking and, of course, obviously, child care and childbirth. She's, because she's closer with that and she is going to do it. But now, today, the stereotypic behavior of a woman have all changed. See, if Avni Chaturvedi can drive the Rafale jet, okay, she's our Air Force fighter pilot. So earlier, I don't think even women were allowed to do a cycling or drive a vehicle. See, all those stereotypes have been changed. So we are not saying it was a male-dominated society, but we are telling that that's how the society was. Like when Dr. Barnett says, innovation, the basis of cultural change. So that means when innovations have come into picture, so why the role should not be taken by the other gender? See, today you have a pressure cooker, you have an Activa scooter, you have a computer, you have a mobile phone. There is nothing like that. Only the men have to use it and women need not use it because she can't. See, all those stereotypic things have all gone. So today we are going into one more domain, whether in agri or horticulture or in general. How is that why the women labor is preferred? See, even in agriculture, okay, very quickly I'm going one by one. So this is all about things, basic things. Okay. See, now, even today in agriculture, we say that 73.2% are engaged in farming. Okay. So women grow as much as 80% of India's food. Then 75% are full-time workers on Indian farms. So they work about 3,300 hours, vis-a-vis 1860 hours their male counterpart. They are working so hard. But still, if you go to the rural areas, the women labor is paid 200, the men labor is paid 300 to 500. So I was asking this brilliant question, sir, why are you paying less? Then, people say, no, a man can do more work, he can lift higher objects and all that. See, now, if we take Ola drivers and Uber drivers, most of them are men. I don't know whether women cannot do it. Okay, we'll see, quickly cut out all that. So out of 263 million agriculture workers, about 98 million are women. So, but only 12.8 women own land, but 11.73 of the total operated by them. See, except Mizoram, Kerala, and some of the things where you have the matriarchal families, so they don't own land. But now we know the land reforms and things have all changed, and even they are equally getting the property. And why should the family not be around women? Why should only the male inherit and she will be a subsidiary? These are some of the questions. Then, 1/3 of female farmers in India are unpaid. See, normally, how a labor opportunity in a village is that a husband and wife, okay, as laborers, they have a contract with a big farmer or whatever farmer. They say that you pay 35,000 rupees and whenever you want the labor, the husband and wife is standing at your doorstep. This is how in our 6,48,000 villages in rural India, this is how it works. So then you will ask another question, whether they will take many 35,000 rupees. Yes, they would have taken not less than 35, about 4 or 5 fellows, they would have taken the same 35,000. So that amounts to almost about 1.5 lakhs they would have collected in advance. So whenever those particular 4 people who have engaged in them call them, they will come. But obviously, like cinema stars, they cannot give the same date and time because the call sheet is going to clash. So they will somehow see that they work. Then the women's share in agriculture various employment, only 17% more dependence on agriculture. Because of a lot of mechanization and all, this is how it comes. See, now, we say that gender is only a role assigned. See, now why they cannot do entrepreneurial activities? See, I was doing a lot of research and then to my utter dismay,
women do sowing, transplanting, harvesting, weeding. These 4 operations are done by women, whereas the plowing operation, land preparation is done by man, and the marketing activity is done by man. This was the one which really surprised me, and then we started working further on that. And of course, a lot of literature also you do find. So now, suppose you take fisheries. I was working with my student, Dr. Johnson. That was somewhere in Mandapam camp. See, normally many of you do not know that in marine fisheries, at 2 o'clock in the midnight, the catamarans, our fishery fellows go into the sea, very risky things. And midnight, 2 o'clock to early morning 6, they catch a lot of fish. And then, the marketing of fish is all done by women, for your kind information. And then, there's a heavy competition because normally a man has 2 wives or something. So somehow he has to be lured, and that the entire fish catch has to be distributed equally among the 2 wives. So he's given a very heavy meal, liquor and all that in the early morning. And then the marketing of fish starts. So here in a fishery example, okay, the males are the one who go inside the sea, but the marketing of fish in the Mandapam camp or in Kanyakumari, whatever, is done by the females. So this is how the gender, that socially constructed, the culture which has assigned the job is called a gender. Biologically, somebody is born as a boy or girl, that remains unchanged. So now when we bring the gender awareness, see, you can yourself cut across and say that why business cannot be done by females. See, now in the entire agriculture, I told the fisherman example. See, why is that all the women do marketing, but the money is kept with the man? Because always the man says, "Arey bhai, I have gone to the sea, I have caught the fish, or otherwise I am the owner of the land, therefore I should get the money." So, but today things have all changed. Even women are becoming owners. They also collect rents. All those things are there. Okay, now, when I say gender sensitivity, okay, it is how best we can make them as entrepreneurs and what are the business opportunities for them. So we build gender sensitivity. So when we say that, what is the gender lens? So we say that, you should view every work. Suppose I employ some 10 women, the menstrual holidays in the workplace, that's already there in MG Narega, child care facilities for women. All those things are seen from the gender lens, and the gender stereotypes, okay? We need not assign the characteristics arbitrarily, but whereas we can say that, men are earning members and they do marketing, but women will do only household activities. So she will dependent on the money. So these stereotypes have gone, I'll just tell you. So even today, if you go to any area, people say, I need a male child. I don't want a female child. But anyway, I have a daughter and I really love daughters. So I'm very happy with it. Okay. So now that is the gender discrimination. So now, women were banned from entering the religious institutions. Obviously, I need not go into the detail. For obvious reasons, they were not allowed. But definitely not so in the entrepreneurial canvas, where Indra Nooyi is the CEO of Pepsi, and then Kotak Mahindra CEO is a woman. Avni Chaturvedi is our fighter pilot of the Indian Air Force. So many such roles have all gone. See, today even women, men, everybody drive the cars. Activa is a very common thing. So gender equality is, see, supposed to do a software work. So where is the question of male, female? People say that the females are better in the workplace. So therefore, the equal distribution of land credit should take place. So all these things we have discussed. And even the dress also. See, earlier they said women will wear lehengas and men will wear the pants. But now those things have all gone. So the business models in Horti or Agri startup stand up among women farmers. See, now look at this. I think Dhanlakshmi will be very happy. See, the most of the women entrepreneurs, they come from Tamil Nadu, almost 13.5%. In fact, I have an entrepreneur startup group where I keep communicating with them. And Kerala, although the women are very educated, but the entrepreneurs are only 11%. So Karnataka is still behind. See, with all so many IT, BT, Java, Python, Cobra, only 6.78% are entrepreneurs. Maharashtra is staggering at 8.25%. And the next 8.3 is West Bengal. So even here, what I'm saying is, Tamil Nadu is much, much ahead in when it comes to women entrepreneurship is concerned. Oh my God, they make all these herbal products, herbal cosmetics. Oh, beautiful. And handicrafts. Brilliant, brilliant. I'll show you one by one examples. So now, very quickly, we take a call and we say that the traditional gender role that the man works and woman takes care of children has gone. Of course, see, who will take a, suppose in a house, father, mother is there. I cannot say my daughter that she should not go with mother and all that. She keeps going with the mother, she will feed her, and when she wants some cock and bull stories, she comes with me. So that is how the roles are distributed. In the egalitarian families, man and woman are equal in everything. I see all this between the software engineers because the EMI is paid equally among both. And now the transitional thing is, even today, people think that a man's work is a breadwinner, woman can work if she wants to. See, that means many times I asked, we have 356 people in my flat. So I was asking one couple, who pays the EMI? So the girl told, sir, we both are software engineers, but EMI is paid by my husband. I said, why? She said, no, sir, he has married me and it is his responsibility to run the family. And still I have traditional roles. I take the child care, I cook and all that. So my salary is for me and I want to spend the way I want. So now in women in business, very important, we are coming now to the topic. All labor-intensive manual operations in agriculture, okay, see, look at this, cattle management, fodder collection, milking, threshing, winnowing. Of course, milking is done by man, because I don't know whether the cow or the buffalo kicks the woman. I don't know. Threshing, winnowing, they are all performed by women now. And I told you, even weeding operation, harvesting, but the land preparation is done by man. So, we used to write what is called as the gender disaggregated seasonal calendar. January to December, across crops and the various operations, that is called as a gender disaggregated seasonal calendar. Kindly take care of my English word. Disaggregation is different, discrimination is different. Okay, so now, when we do all these things, see some of these important agro-based women opportunities, okay, this food preparing and processing, ready-made food, packed food, then making fruits and vegetables, baby foods, processing, ice cream making, then convenience food, cold drinks, traditional medicine preparation. These are all jobs of women, business opportunities of women. Lijjat papad, you already know, then pickle industry. Okay, it is the, what is it, the Mambalam pickles, or there was one more, Bedekar pickles, especially Maharashtra entrepreneurs. Bedekar pickles, Nimbalkar pickles, all those things are there. Ready-made garments, I told you, especially Lambada Tanda, Soliga tribes, Uti. Okay, so the women only make all those dresses. See, I think there was a movie called Sui Dhaga, I think must have seen, where, what's her name? Anushka Sharma, and then we had that Varun Dhawan in the lead. Actually, the Reliance industry in that movie was had put a competition to make traditional ethnic dress wear, so that they wanted to market it outside and all that. And this couple wins the competition, and then they're given a license and a contract to prepare all this some years, and that's how it takes up. Obviously, food industry, okay, it is the MTR or it is the 1 minute. Okay. So all these things are women-based. There used to be an ICAR mess very near my house. Even today, you must in Chennai or something, you must see so many ICAR mess and hotels, all parties run the mess and, excellent idli, and then you have food. So these are all women-based women opportunities. See, in Odisha, the tribal women, collect this particular siali leaf and make plates out of it. And then plate making in case of areca leaves, areca, that calyx and all that is a very famous thing. Okay, then finally, plate making, all this cup making, they're all organic things which are being made by women. Then, there was also a Kisan Expo 24 very recently, 16 and 17 at High-Tech Hyderabad. So they told how to make chemical-free food. So this is again the domain of women. In the Kisan Expo, they were making thalis, and they claimed that if you want to make chemical-free food, these are the methods. Then obviously there are Flipkart and Walmart, they come out with women incubation programs and awareness boot camps. Okay, it's called the Walmart Vriddhi program. So I've given the number, you can get it. There's an expert advisory, market facilitation, self-paced learning, peer learning networks, and so on. See, now there's one Kishkinda Trust. This is very near Mantralayam. Okay, where lot of banana fiber and banana waste is available. So now it's all of a total, Kishkinda Trust is totally a women-based entrepreneurship. They have prepared so many products. Look at this. All these are made by banana fiber. I think you have even that the Nachalur Trust very near Trichy, where our NRC banana is there. There also they come out with a lot of such byproducts. So these are some of the things. Yeah. So now we'll quickly go ahead. Then Samriddhi organic menus are also made by women, packed it, even our Garka cocoa peat and decomposer and many things. I see we have about 300 incubators in ICAR, half of them are women. They do these things, even microbial culture. So at any level, need not be only farmers. See, one of our Arca Microbial Consortium incubators, she's a woman, she's a PhD in microbiology. So that's how it works. And then, this spices, this MDH masala and Everest is banned because, a lot of contamination with pesticides and so many other things, including, the husk of wood husk and many things are available. So all these things can be taken by small entrepreneurs and startups, and women are going to be the leaders here. Then these biodegradable dustbins and bags. In fact, this comes from Tamil Nadu, actually. I'll give you the address. It's somewhere near Salem. They make these biodegradable bags with maize flour. Oh my God, and very highly biodegradable and beautiful bags. I had a lot of samples here. I'll give you the address next time. I'll share it with Dhanlakshmi if you don't mind. That is an entrepreneur it's a woman entrepreneur who makes this. Okay, so now, this is again coming from Tamil Nadu, very important. Tamil Nadu has a lot of this palm trees and Tatiningu, Tatiningu, Palmyra palm. They make this palm jaggery powder. A very important thing. They say it is having very low glycemic index. It has a lot of natural antioxidants, non-acidic. It's a natural probiotic. It strengthens your bones. So all these things are there. For kids separately, it is there. Again, enriched with vitamins and all that. These are all done by women entrepreneurs. I wish to again reiterate here. And then neatly pack it with 60 sachets. Fantastic, all done by women. And then, many of my entrepreneurial group, women, they have this omnivore social. They want to lot of seminars, networking. All these things are actually going on as on date. There is no men, even for exclusively women, there are certain programs. Then hands-on training in fruit and vegetable powders, IIHR gives. We give it only for women. And then this natural loofah, we say tenderness in personal body care. You use this particular sponge, when you take bath. We are right now using this plastic fiber, but this natural loofah is made by Sponge God. Okay, it's highly eco-friendly, sustainable, and an option for nylon. Okay, soft and gentle, and it does not create any bruises for you. So these are all some of the all women-based industry. I've given you this entrepreneur Gauri. Her mobile number is there. It operates from Indus Collections at Pune. You can call them and check out biodegradable. I told women entrepreneurs. See, look at this Khadi Village Commission training program, totally women-based. Look at how the palm leaf article making 1 month. Okay, just very palm good making 4 months, quite a complicated process. Tailoring and embroidery for women, hand paper conversion, bakery course, of course, fruits, vegetable processing, we already told, sweets and savory making. You have that Tirunelveli halwa, it's all sold in the things. We used to call it as Bombay halwa, but Tirunelveli halwa is also in chocolate making. We make it with chocolate, that is the jackfruit seed is converted into herbal product making. I think again here, Tamil Nadu is a leader. There was one entrepreneur, I forgot her name, some Kavya or whatever. So she makes all herbal cosmetics, no chemical, even herbal lipstick. See, otherwise, normal lipstick you put pretty, your lips will scorch and burn. So then obviously we have embroidery or just like Pochampalli sarees and, Lepakshi art, whatever. So imitation jewelry making only for women, 5 days. So, some of the imitation jewelry really look like diamonds. So we used to say that all that glitters is not gold and all that shines is not diamonds either. So then we have this embroidery only for women, 2 weeks course. Then beautician course. Why our rural women or anybody should not have this beautician thing? Chamki work, then we have this chicken work for that Lucknow sarees. See, now the sanitary napkin training, believe it, this is a revolution. There was a movie called Padman, where the sanitary issues of women on the menstrual cycle was studied and all that. And it is a very big awareness thing. Don't think only money making. See, if a pad is sold at 2 rupees, whether you purchase a napkin for about 15 rupees, the urban one, whether the rural women don't need it, they need it. So it is both a social cause as well as an entrepreneurial business opportunity. Then bakery training is another thing. Okay, coming from Khadi and Village Commission, we have this Karachi biscuit, Jeera biscuit, all those things have been made. Then fermented products, Bombay bun and things like that. So all these are opportunities for women. So not only the training program, but the next level is how do they write their DPR and then how are they going to do all that. There's a lot of hand-holding as well. And I told you this cosmetic, natural body products. We told you all herbal cosmetics. So a lot of agri startups, they source, especially Way Cool. Big Hat is a supply chain company. Many of my students work here. Recently, I put my student Shweta nowadays there. There's one Sachin also, he's my student, is there. So many of these companies are going to source the products from women entrepreneurs, and especially today we have the Women FPOs, Farmer Producer Organization, and the CBBOs, the Cluster-Based Business Organization. So they are going to actually supply to these big markets, and then that is how we are going to get it. So now, gentlemen, 2 questions I would like to ask the audience at this time. See, the stereotypic roles have all gone. Stereotypic role that man only has to do is he has just vanished. So that no longer exists. So they have all gone. So very quickly we are going. So now there was a projection for 2024. Now all the women will really rise to the occasion. It says that women in the food will be in the spotlight in 2024. Women will play a pivotal role. See, now Tamil Nadu has got this Anna Sambar or whatever ethnic cuisine. We have Ragi Mudde. We have so many different things. See, but who are going to do this ethnic cuisines, ethnic culinary skills? Many people, unless you are a Kerala, you don't know how to do pottu, for example. Or, even non-veg preparation. Okay, the Chettinad, that non-veg preparation is totally different compared to things. So we have definitely Chettinad Hotel. So we used to say Naidu Military Hotel. So like that, women will be in the food in the spotlight. So we have already told you this one. And then look at how just by spice packing, making masalas and chutneys, people have got opportunity, they're earning a lot of money. Then mango, then handicrafts. Mango, simple grading, don't do anything. Simple grading, and we treat it with ethyl. In IIHR, what we do is we have this, you take any ethyl liquid formulation, you put all the crates like that, what you're seeing on the visual, simply ripen it. Don't put calcium carbide, don't smoke it and all that. That's all a lousy way of ripening mangoes. Ethyl is the best. So similarly, all handicrafts, women, you see, wherever you go, women are there. Okay, handicraft, banana, tailoring, pot making, all those things are there. Okay, the opportunity is that how to show a remarkable shift from small entrepreneurs to big startup. See, now this is the $1 million question what we want agriinformation.com to spread our message. See, you are a small fish now. See, now you have to aggregate all the small fish. You have to federate at a taluk or a district level. You come together. You also share your knowledge, expertise. You share your supply chain, share your value chains, federate it, and establish a good supply chain and market chain so that, you will not be exploited by those big houses. See, otherwise you simply produce and don't do the entrepreneurial activity and market it, you are nowhere. See, Lijjat Papad was a small time, cottage industry which has emerged, and now it is a big brand. So like that, we have this Wagh Bakri Chai, a small time business. Balaji Foods and Namkeens. See, everybody not become Frito-Lays things. See, I don't agree with this. So all the women entrepreneurs can come together, federate, and integrate among yourself, establish all these marketing value chains, and that is the way forward for the business. Simply not producing again and going into the hand of some big aggregator and middleman and getting exploited. So this is how we go ahead. So a lot of other things. See here again, I divide into the rural area, agri-horti base, and the urban one. In urban one, today, you come near my house, a lot of paying guest centers, beauty parlors, and recreation centers are coming out as opportunities. Crushes run by women, darshinis, cyber cafes, okay, trading in computer stationery, computer maintenance. Don't think they're all only things, and even assemblies of electronic products. In Taiwan, for example, the Seagate hard disk is done in a cottage industry. Women do it. All your pen drives are made by them. So therefore, gentlemen, all those stereotypes have gone. Then nutrition clubs in schools and office. For example, I have an RKBY project to run the Arka Nutri Garden for augmenting midday meal scheme program. So there, a school typically has got 300 students, 8th, 9th, and 10th, and midday meal scheme is given by the government. And then they have to produce at least about 45 kilos of vegetables per day to augment the program. 1 minute, I'll be getting in part. Hello? Eli. Yeah. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, sir, yeah. I'll just get back, sir. No, I think my wife is sent it. I'll correct it and send it. Well, the funding source are managed on this. Hello, okay, sir. Now correct Martin. Yes, sir. No, Martin, I will do it. Sorry. So therefore, health clubs, screen fitting, all those things are done, especially communication, STD booths. There is a lot of reservation given. So then mini laundry, all these things are there. So therefore, gentlemen, I was telling about this RKBY project, where we require 45 kilos of vegetables for the school to run the midday meal scheme, and that 45 kilos of vegetables are grown by the students and they are effectively maintained by the children. Okay, in and around schools, we are given them grow bags, technology where a lot of drudgery is not there, unlike land-based cultivation. So all these things are done by women. So now we see in the semi-urban areas, I told you ready-made garments, I give an example. Instant food products. See, nowadays, who will put pickle at home? I don't know. Nobody's putting. We buy it. Community kitchens are there. So you have Chettinad food, you have a Iyer food, you have a Naidu food, and so on. You have got Vale Mane, Hesargatta Vale, Halli Mane. So these community kitchens are nothing but hotels, highly specialized. So now who will bring that ethnic cuisine? How do you know that Gouda mess or Gaudru hotel? So different community kitchens are existing. Then women also run training and coaching class. Okay, nursery class, basket making, embroidery, all these things. Babysitting is a very, very sought after in urban areas. You will get a lot of money. So now some of the programs to promote women entrepreneurship. We have Rashtriya Mahila Kosh. Okay, a step was there, support of training and employment. Then women development in children in the corporation scheme. Priyadarshini Yojana, there's Sri Shakti. So there are so many such things. What I wish to say is, today if there is a will, there is a way. If you want to do it, there is a funding agency. So don't think there is no support available. Today, the ecosystem is available for women. But what is missing is the motivation, okay, the hand-holding and a little push. So which we do it, they can also enter the mainstream. So then we have a lot of financials and opportunities and all that. I think, ma'am, my time is up, or should I continue?
You can take another 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, okay. I'm just there. Yeah. So similarly, now I will come to the last but not the least point. There are three types of handholding. See, one is a financial handholding. The other one is a technical backstopping, which these are the correct words you should get. And the third is the market linkage. See, for example, you have got the RCT, okay, Rural Self-Employment Training Institute. So they are having this three-pronged approach. See, one is the training part, the other one is the handholding part, the third is the market linkage part with buyback and all those things. So these are especially organized for women, and you can take note of this. Today, an entrepreneur or a woman entrepreneur is not left to the market forces, and it is not a very barbaric agri-entrepreneurship system. Today, it is a very highly effective system, but only you should have the will to work and take a little risk. And the moment you do that, all the other actors are going to come. See, now it is something like creating a movie. You have a very fantastic story, and then you stand near Chennai or in Tollywood or Bollywood or Collywood. I am telling, if your story is damn good, I can tell you, you will get the finance in 10 minutes. A director is behind you, and even the star cast, all the cinema stars search for roles. You need not telephone to them. Simply they should say that Punnagai Mannan, one story I am having. Or, Kabali story I have. I am the writer of Kabali. So, everybody knows that will be done by Rajinikanth, and he will telephone to you if your story is good. Similarly, the women entrepreneurs, if you have a bright idea, if you have a workable idea, if you have got a feasibility idea, okay, people will come and it can be done. So there are so many other agencies. So we will quickly go. This is the last slide. What are the challenges for women entrepreneurs? So this is $1 million question. I was again saying the funding issues, okay, because most of the assets are with men. So 86% are more likely to get secure investment. See, but now, without collateral also, there are so many things given. Then there's always a social bias. That means the social stigma. I will do. You be there at home. You need not do it. So that's the social bias, a small sort of social stigma. Then the third thing is the lack of access to professional network. You see, now I am a scientist. I have a scientist group. I have a information group. I'm a administrator and a active member in about 10, 15 professional network groups. So don't think that I am a super intelligent fellow, and the moment Agri Information calls me that, I am a big shot. Bullshit. I am a very ordinary man, but I get a lot of cross-pollination of ideas. And, somewhere I'll be delivering a lecture. Somewhere some idea has come up in one WhatsApp group. So therefore, very quickly I can respond, whether it is agriinformation.com or anyone. I can quickly take a lecture because I am professionally networked. But over 45% of small business they don't have network, and especially among the business class, these are all business ideas. If I have 100 customers, if I network with you, I'll have to share my customer database, which I am not interested. And in case of women, because these are all male-dominated space, and all the Vyabaram, once that there is a saying in Tamil, what is it? Vyaparam pannapro dharmam paakakudadu, dharmam pannapro vyaparam paakakudadu. So when you are saying Vyabaram, who will share all the customer database and business kudukuduviya? You will never give it. So the fourth one is the limited mobility. People, when I travel many times, I see only the men business fellows are traveling. I hardly saw any women entrepreneurs traveling. It's okay. So things are not, this will improve. But the only thing is the ecosystem is in place. The technology is in place. The financial institution is in place. But I can still tell that, like I showed you the India map, Tamil Nadu is the leader, followed by other states. I think we should go back. I'll show you that map and conclude for you. Yeah, here it is. See, now we'll very quickly conclude. Why is that some of these western and southern states are picked up, whereas Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, UP, see, these are all still male-dominated societies. Of course, these are all disturbed areas. And here, not only the education and motivation. See, it is only the southern part and the western part where the women empowerments are very high. And they have taken advantage of the ecosystem. Although the ecosystem exists here, still it is yet to pick up, because without establishing supply chain, value chain, and without marketing networks, they will lose. Thank you very much. And I think I'll stop at this stage. And so I think we should do it. Yeah. So I'll stop sharing.
Thank you, sir, for the detailed presentation. I will quickly take up some questions.
Yeah. I stopped sharing. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, please ask questions. See, these are all learning opportunities, even for me. Don't think, we are authorities and then we can see when we take a class or a session, it's only cross-pollinating of ideas with agri information and all of you. See, and this is how, and now the next question you should be asking and I should be taking the lead is, what is the way forward? How do we approach Madhya Pradesh, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, and Bihar? So, the so-called the Bimaru states. Okay, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, and what is it? Rajasthan or UP. Boliye, sir. Now it is open.
Yeah. Okay. So before I take up some questions, let me check with Mr. Brito first. Mr. Brito, you would like to ask anything or any comments from your side?
So Brito has been a good friend of mine. Yeah, he will ask. Okay, fine.
Mr. Brito?
Brito,
can you hear us? Okay, I think there's some issue.
Okay.
In the next we'll go to Ms. Madhuri.
Yeah.
Ms. Madhuri, you can unmute yourself or you can post in the chat box. Okay. Let them check the issues, anything at their end. In the meantime, I will take up some questions.
Yeah.
So, what are some key strategies for tapping into female consumer market?
Achha, now we are going to this, you are going to the consumers. See now, yeah, can you repeat the question again?
What are some key strategies for tapping into female consumer market?
Into?
Female.
Achha, okay.
Male and female.
Yeah. I got it. See now, if you take you go to D-Mart, you go to Big Basket. See, now you see in your own home, who is the one who will be asking for noodles? So who is the one who will be asking for which set of rice? So now all the products, so the cosmetics, the baby care product, already they are stratified like that. So now, whenever somebody books an order in Big Basket or in Amazon or in Flipkart, whatever it is, already, like a course we took in IIM Ahmedabad. So CRM, Customer Relationship Management. So already the customer relationship management categorizes the products, the orders, and then you will get a beautiful Excel sheet saying that this is the purchase history of a particular consumer, both disaggregated male, female wise. And these are going to be the demand trends, and whether your demand is increasing over time or your demand has got some seasonality. So if your demand is having some seasonality, and let us say that people are consuming more of noodles in the month of, in the summer months, they may consume more juice in the month of September. So even such seasonalities are captured, and then that is how they are going to be catered. See, I think most of the women disaggregated female markets, they do exist. They are all niche markets, and maybe, someone more specialized market like the cosmetics or apparel and things like that. See, otherwise the men market is only about liquor and cigarettes and so on. So I think men have a lesser choice when it comes to the market. But like this is how it's going to be done. Yeah.
Okay.
I think Joseph
And
or somebody has
yes.
come.
Yeah, Mr. Joseph.
Yeah. I see him there.
Yeah. Mr. Joseph, you
Yes,
would like
can
to
you hear
ask
me?
anything? Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So, as usual, a very spirited session by Dr. Jayaraghavendra Rao. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, so nice. Yeah.
So, you see, let me say that there is almost no job on earth that a man does that a woman cannot do.
Absolutely.
And there are quite a few jobs that a woman can do, which a man can never do. So, actually speaking,
Yeah.
the woman is the stronger sex. Man is the weaker. That has to be, firstly, it has to be accepted. Secondly, particularly in Indian agriculture, not just now, but even my grandfather's era and presently too, right from sowing to not only harvesting, even post-harvesting, every operation, the woman's hand is there. But yet she's a second citizen at home. So that changeover has to come, seeing how the Western world is moving. So also, we in India, we should give priority to women, particularly in the rural sectors. Of course, in the urban sectors, they are given, but not to the extent it is we see in countries like Australia or Europe or even Americas. So, what would you suggest for the women in India, particularly the rural women, sir, that within the next decade they should take over this sector?
Yeah. No, this is a very tricky question in the sense the
Yes.
woman's involvement is there, as he has rightly told, the woman's involvement is there, but the bank account and the money sharing is not occurring. Do you agree with me, sir?
Absolutely.
See, now,
Yeah.
let us say the women are doing the work, but they are doing, I'm not saying the husband will not take care of the wife or he will not give money, but the woman does not have the money power. That means she does not have a bank account, or
Yes.
at the most it's a joint account with the man.
Yes.
And even in agriculture operation, the marketing is done by man. He says,
Yes.
"Hey, so he will go, he will knock off all the money, and I don't know whether he will give it." So what the man says is, Purushan, I will give you money. I am looking at the house. See, this is the attitude. But we are aiming at something in the next level, that woman will have an account. She will have her own funds, or something like what you see in Kerala, the matriarchal family. Stree Malayala, we say. So like that, it should be empowered not only by the property, the bank account, but should be able to run the things. And if the man has also worked, let him take it. So, see, now in the urban areas, I think you agree that you, your wife or me, my wife, we have different bank accounts. And when money is transferred, we are running it independently and not dependent on other to do small purchases. So that level of empowerment has to come in the agri sector also. So that is where we talked about this women business potential opportunities.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And how can businesses create products or services that specifically cater to the needs and preferences of women?
See, now, for example, somebody is running a beauty parlor. See, somebody is, now let us take this, in my entrepreneurial group, this herbal cosmetics. It is run by a woman, I forgot her name. I'll send it to you later. See, suppose a food industry, suppose a Mambaram Foods, okay, Adiyar Foods. So we say Tambram, Tamil Brahmin is called Tambram. So like that, see, some of these industries, papad making, whatever things, they're all done by women only. But unfortunately, the entrepreneurial money part is taken care by the man. So we wish that, they showed in that one Gentleman movie, they were making so many idiyappams and things like that. So now the woman has to be trained in how to write a DPR, how to raise a loan. how to repay the loan. These are some of the things still hand-holding is missing. Otherwise, in the working, they are working. As the sir has already told, they work 10 times of us, but without expecting the remuneration and getting dominated by men. So that should occur. So the DPR part, the marketing part, the money handling part, then sharing not the credit, but the revenues also have to be shared. That is not happening nowadays. Revenues are not shared. Even in a small labor class, okay, both of them are laborers. Okay, they may drink together, but ultimately it is the husband fellow who beats her up and takes away that money also and drinks. So this is the height of exploitation, I can say.
Okay. And what are the current trends in women-led entrepreneurship, and how can aspiring female entrepreneurs capitalize on them?
See, now, a woman is there. I have a daughter. I think many of you who have daughters, the first preference is we'll get them educated. We'll get them, they will go to a job. So then there is no much chance to be entrepreneur there. See, otherwise, if they are coming from a business class family or they come from a nice traded family, people have, with angel investors, about 5 crores, you can start a very decent business. So now the thinking of the society is, especially they will say in Tamil, okay, ஒரு பொண்ணு இருந்தா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கல்யாணம் பண்ணிடு, இல்லைன்னா அவருக்கு ஒரு சாஃப்ட்வேர் உத்தியோகம் கொடுத்துடு. அதுவும் இல்லாம if nothing works, then only the entrepreneurship has taken a third level. But I don't agree, but there are many entrepreneurs who have taken entrepreneurship as a first choice, a very brilliant business idea. They have come, but only we have to create this entrepreneurial awareness. So many such programs are there. People have been creating, and many people have ventured also. I will show you our best start and our business planning development. We have so many engineers, we have so many women, half of them are women. So it is only how we create awareness and do hand-holding and bring them to the DPR level. That's how it works.
Okay. Yeah. And are there any specific industries or sectors that show promising opportunities for women-owned businesses?
Yeah, see, I did tell you in the slide. Of course, I had other slides because of paucity of time I didn't show. But in the morning lecture, I did. See, the food industry is a very specific domain industry of women. See, you take ethnic food, whether it is Chettinad food or it is a Tambram food or it is a Kuttanad food, whatever. You can find hundreds of culinary cuisines which are the domination of women. So women should take over that first. I told you in 2024 that then the apparel industry, ethnic dress creation. See, for example, the Lambada tribe dress, or there is some Pochampalli sari, or there is this Kanjivaram silks. So there may be so many ethnic dress and apparels, art making, all those things. It is the woman who has to bring that small art into a big domain and create an entrepreneurial opportunities. So I told you, especially people who make all those idols in Mahabalipuram and all that, they belong to one particular sect of people. The women are promoted to bring this, especially, in Yogi Adityanath government in Uttar Pradesh, so many handicrafts which hitherto you had never seen. They were all, only a tribe used to do 1 or 2 pieces. Today, they are all being brought into the main domain. They are handheld and put the DPR. So today, slowly they are commercializing. They are all domain of women. Cosmetics, herbal cosmetics, then culinary things, ethnic foods, okay, then garam masalas, all the spice powders. It is only making powder and making different, non-veg masala and veg masala, only some different proportion and combination is going to be there. All these are the women expertise. Beauty parlor, I told you. Then, even dyeing of hair. So all those things are women domain. And only thing is we have to create those detailed project report and give them some ready-made feasible proposals for 5 crores, 10 crores, like that. We have different investment range. Based on that and based on the risk and capacity they can take, we can do it. It's available, but the next level of digitization, customization, and commercialization is what is required. That will come.
Okay. And how can networking and mentorship programs help women entrepreneurs in building successful businesses?
Oh, this is the most fantastic question and the most important also. See, today, if you take the FPO, the Farmer Producer Organization, CBBO, Cluster-Based Business Organization, I will give one small example. Recently, somebody wanted this blacks, this was an order from South Korea. They wanted black and white sesame, so to be exported. So when we were browsing here, 1 or 2 women FPOs were dealing with sesame. So all these linking export market, domestic market, local market with specific women entrepreneurs and all this can happen with networking only. See, for example, that South Korea order is with me because they are my friends. But now, how people will know who is Jayaraghavendra and where this sesame order is there? This is where that networking helps. See, suppose if all the FPOs and all the women entrepreneurs are networked, and anybody who gets the message that, there is a 5-ton order, and immediately whoever is going to supply will get the order. See, this is how the business houses, even in whether Oppanakara Street or Nadar Street, this is how people say. Suppose you don't have a product, your neighbor shop you may be having. But ultimately, it should not go away from Oppanakara Street. So the business should occur within there. That is the watershed. So therefore, networking helps here very much, I can say.
Okay. And what role does digital marketing play in reaching and engaging with female consumers?
Oh, this is another question because this lecture is coming up on the 5th. So, and I think that will be our next part. That is social media integration for the Farmer Producer Organization. So this lecture is coming on 5th. I'm delivering it to manage, and later on I'll deliver to you also. See, now
Okay,
what we have done is, See, I'll just tell you roughly. See, now all the women entrepreneurs and all the farmer producer organization, they all have, stakeholder groups. They have all created small WhatsApp groups. I think 1,000 people are the limitation number. I think now WhatsApp has made up to 1,000. So WhatsApp is the most popular media, followed by Instagram and whatever. So now, every now and then, I'll tell you how this group operates in the social media. Somebody wants a product, somebody wants to sell a product, somebody wants to source a product. Immediately that is put on the WhatsApp. Believe it, that order is cleared in under 3-4 hours. They don't take much time. Somebody will say, yes, I have 5 tons of sesame. The other fellow will say, I have 4 tons of ragi malt. Okay, so all this sharing of information is happening. See, otherwise, earlier traders, they were not sharing information, maybe because of the business things. If Vyabaram Kurtata, I will be under loss. That was a very conservative view of the traders. But now traders have realized that let anybody get the order, let them get the order within my 1,000 trader group. So that is how people are doing. And social media is the number one, especially after Corona. We have learned beautiful lessons. Today it is all C2C, B2B. The marketing takes place 90% by the social media, only 10% by the other channels. In spite of having ENAM and REMS and all that, social media is the number one. It's happening. It's already happening.
Okay. And how can businesses foster inclusivity and diversity within their teams and leadership to better address women's needs?
See, now, after all, a business is again a selfish-oriented thing. See, how many of us will be interested to share our profits? See, everyone thinks that, I should share my profit with myself. I don't want to give it. So nowadays, business models are not thinking like that. They want to share their business. They want to share their profits. Okay, they will say, based on our friendship, okay, ஒரு 10 ரூபாயில நீ 2 ரூபாய் வியாபாரம் எடுத்துக்கோ, எனக்கு ஒரு 3 rupees கொடு, நீ அவன் கொஞ்சம் பெரிய ஆளு, அவனுக்கு 5 ரூபாய் கொடு. So like that, people are coming. They are working out modalities. It's not that every order, இவன் தான் பண்ணுவான்னு அப்படியே ஒன்றும் ரூல் இல்லையா. So people are doing all these things. It depends on how they come together and have consensus. This arriving at consensus is $1 million question between traders. So that's why we say, in Bhagavad Gita, it is told, don't mistake me if somebody is from the trader community. They say, Vyaparam Droha Chintanam. That means, for Vyapari irunda avan koncham avan labam pattuna papa. So he is not going to share that Vyaparam information with everybody. So, this is how we have to arrive at consensus. That's what people are doing also. Yeah.
Okay. And what are some funding options and resources available specifically for women entrepreneurs?
Yeah, I told you, I showed you many schemes. You simply go to any SBI branch, okay, give a phone call to the manager. By evening, you will have 25 options. So, including angel investors, bootstrappers, crowdfunding. Okay, if you come to IIHR and you come to our business planning and development CEO is there, one Dr. Dhananjaya. You sit with him for 5-10 minutes. He accepts the idea. Idea also he will give. He wants the entrepreneurs only to take risk. He will arrange the fund. He will arrange the training. He will arrange the DPR. He will arrange the funding source. You need not worry. You have to only visit the particular. Of course, IIHR has got one. We have something in IIHR. Wherever you want, throughout India, we have all this entrepreneurship cell and all that. They will take care. It's already, that ecosystem is available. It's in place. No issues at all. Yeah.
Okay. And how important is market research in identifying niche opportunities for women-focused businesses?
Yeah, see, this is a very crucial factor, Dr. See, now, there are 2-3 ways of business philosophies. See, I used to tell my students also, you produce a product and then look for a market. See, that is one approach. The second approach is you check your market and then produce. So the third approach is both can go simultaneously. So in my opinion, see, one of my cousin brothers, he wanted to have a startup that was some nanotechnology. And this guy is actually a PhD from Illinois, from Purdue, and he's a Stanford postdoc fellow. He's now an associate professor. So without seeing the market, that fellow thought that he will resign and all that. That is not the approach. First, you study the market feasibility should be the first study. After market feasibility, prepare the detailed project report, then come with the financial ratios, feasibility, technical feasibility, where to establish the plant. And then later on, you can visit IIHR or any other incubation center, then produce your product at a very, very small scale, a pilot scale, okay, and then market 1 or 2 units and see how it works. After that, only the question of upscaling comes. Otherwise, immediately nobody should do it, and that is a very foolish way of becoming an entrepreneur. So, such ecosystems are available. So, before a business takes off for a woman or a man, I think minimum they have to spend 1.5 years on this homework part of it. After doing that, only they can do it. Otherwise, it's not feasible.
Okay. Yeah. What are some successful examples of businesses that have effectively tapped into women's market, and what lessons can be learned from their strategies?
Fine. Yeah, I will tell you a story of one, I don't know, her name is Kavya, I forgot her. She's a Tamil girl. See, now what this lady, she is based at Coimbatore. I'll share the number with you. See, she was running a herbal cosmetic. She's an entrepreneur who makes herbal cosmetic. We put this one, Goranti, we put it on the hand, it becomes red. Okay,
Mehendi. You're talking about Mehendi.
Yeah, so Mehendi was one. Then she had got some herbal lipsticks. So it was all women product. That's why I'm not able to remember. So what this lady did was, she's also in our entrepreneurial group. She met me and then they said, Anna, why don't you check? So then what we did was, we did the same exercise. See, herbal may be safe, but where is the research finding for that? See, like Patanjali came out with a lot of products, and then, ultimately they are in the court, apologizing a lot. So now, ஒரு claim பண்றதுக்கு, see, if you want to make a claim in a business, okay, you should have a lot of, research behind it. So normally IIHR and Indian Institute of Spice Research, they are the competent people to do research. See, then, organoleptic evaluation, Suppose putting mehendi on your hand or legs, what chemical reaction it takes place. So all such data research has been done, and then slowly she has been releasing it. See, now if we take the lipstick industry, already Lakme is there, L'Oreal is there. So many brands are there. So who will buy this herbal lipstick? So now we have not yet done that, but the next level is we are going to give this herbal lipstick and see that, I don't know what, because I don't wear a lipstick. So a woman must be knowing that how long is it stable, how long it can stay, or is it going to melt, or any reaction can occur. All such studies should be done and compare with the, control like Lakme, L'Oreal, the leading brands. Okay, and then afterwards it should be released in the market. So still these studies are going on, and that entrepreneur is doing. So the lesson here for a woman entrepreneur is don't be in a hurry to release. Don't be in a hurry to invest. Do the hand holding first. Write the DPR. Do pilot study. Okay, test on the consumers and see where is your niche market. Slowly, you have to release it in phases. Okay, this is a very, but normally what I have seen the entrepreneurs and startups are, they are in a hurry to commercialize. See, I'll tell you a small hotel example, which is very near my house. Some, these are Kerala fellows. I don't know whether Kerala people know how to make dosa. They may know how to do pottu, whatever. Suddenly, he came out with a big building. He said that, some Kerala dosa house. My goodness, the publicity was more than the actual dosa. So actually, how we would have started, if you had met me, I would have told you should start with a small scale, do pilot testing of your chutneys or whatever, which others are already doing. Successful people do like this. He invested a lot of money initially, made a big bank, called the local MLA, released all the dosa. Believe it or not, he closed in a single month. So therefore, what I suggest is, any entrepreneur need not be in a hurry. Slow and steady wins the race. And that too in business, I'm telling you, not only as a professor of business management, but also as an agriculture guy, your hurriness is not going to fetch anything. You should be slow and steady. Maybe it takes 1.5 to 2 years. Yeah, that's quite a good time. To do it, to get a PhD, we spent so many years. To become a scientist, we spent so many years. Whether an entrepreneur cannot spend about 5 years, he can spend. But he will be putting his foot very firmly on the business canvas, and that's how we can take.
Okay. Okay. So there are no more questions. Before we end, I'll check with Mr. Brito once again.
Yes. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Rajni, madam. See, this is a slightly deviating question, but still it concerns women. So let me tell you, I've been an agriculture graduate from US, Bangalore. When I joined there in 1960s, we had hardly one lady student amongst 300 graduates. Today, if you go around the agriculture colleges, and today they're numbering, the university itself are numbering about 60 plus. There are lakhs of agriculture graduates, out of which there are quite a few lakhs of agriculture graduate ladies, BSc AGs, MScs, and also PhDs. But unfortunately, what I find is their scope for getting jobs is very limited. Either they have to join the universities or agriculture or horticulture departments. But jobs in all these three sectors have gone down drastically. So the only option for them is to join private sectors. And private sectors, mind you, especially for marketing, sales, and advertisement and all that, they prefer men, unfortunately. Though women also have shone in that field, but still the percentage of women joining such enterprises is very, very low. I approached many of the past agriculture university vice chancellors in Bangalore, out of which 3 or 4 are known to me personally. But except 1 or 2, none of them showed any interest. Their aim is to only see that the students get their degrees. The students are not trained in any of the skill sets. Even MScs, they come out without any skill sets. And they don't know how to, even some of them are lacking the basic facilities of even writing their resumes. So this has to be addressed on a very strong footing because the women, agriculture graduates, postgraduates, and even doctorates are highly knowledgeable, but only thing they require a little push. This is something which has to be addressed very, very urgently.
Yeah, I have a little take on what Mr. Brito is saying. See, it is not only that there is no will from the student side, sir. The will may be there, but they don't see a business opportunity there. See, I'll give a simple example. See, suppose, if it is a nanotechnology based mobile phone, where the battery life is going to be extended minimum for 300 days. See, now, you have to recharge your battery at least every 2 days once. So
Yes.
one of my cousins is working on this particular thing to have a mobile battery which need not want any charging. It is self-charging by using some carbon nanoparticles. So this is a startup which is coming. So if the idea is very brilliant, if the profit is assured, see, that is what we will be showing you during the hand-holding and at the time of writing the detailed project report and at the pilot scale. See, many of the incubators who are come here, we will first give the technology, make the production and marketing on a pilot scale. See, many people don't go to the actual upscaling at all. Why they don't go? They see that it is no longer feasible to upscale the technology. It is very good only at the pilot scale, and as a technology, it is a bookish technology, and it may not fetch profits. Suppose something you bring like an Apple phone or an Android phone with a 5G or some technological things, and if people see money, they will venture. It is not that people don't have the will. People don't see business in that. So suppose a small hotel, I'll tell you, where the hotel, your dish may be very good, but there the location matters. Where are you going to put it in Tambaram, or are you going to put it in near Chennai Central Railway Station, Sharavana Bhavan, or whatever it is? So some business decisions, if you see money, people will come. If they don't see money, they stop at the pilot scale itself. This is my take on this.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Ms. Madhuri?
Yeah, she's not asking. Yeah.
Okay, that's what.
No, I thought
don't
being a
have
woman,
any
there may be
questions.
some good
Thank
questions.
Yeah, she's speaking now.
No, I was saying, I was listening to everything. Yeah, I don't have any questions, but thank you so much for everything, sir.
Okay, sir. So now we have come to end of question round. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, we'd like to thank you for a very detailed presentation and very interesting as every time. And we also like to thank all the participants for joining this meeting. The meeting will now be closed.
Thank you. Thank you, Rajni ma'am. Thank you.
We'll catch you again anyway. The next
Sure, sir.
topic is already decided. Social media marketing with the FPOs. You can hear my lecture on 5th. And later on, in Agri Information also, we'll give you some time. Thank you.
Okay. Where can we hear your lecture, sir? Anyway online?
I will get the link. This is actually a link for NARAB. Okay. There's a specialized training on FPO. I will share the link with you. Maybe tomorrow or after they will send the link. I will share it with you.
Okay. Okay, sir. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Leave the meeting. Yeah.
Sure, sir. Yeah.